Yeah. Welcome. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to America. Welcome. Driving from Kansas City, about to go through St. Louis. On my way down to Kentucky. Kentucky. But first things first, folks, we got to get through St. Louis. And we got to get through there alive. Oh, yeah. Hello. Oh, Linda. I probably said that wrong, but hey, you know what? I tried. Welcome. Welcome to Missouri, America. America. Welcome. Welcome to America. I am on the 70. Out here about to go through Columbia on my way through. I never go to St. Louis, I only go through St. Louis. I ain't no dummy. I do hold a steering wheel pretty good though. Welcome. There were some of these bugs that came on this windshield this morning. I just cleaned this thing about 2 hours ago. That's what I'm doing out here. I'm shaking. That's exactly what I'm doing. During this these last couple of years, for all these reasons, the debt got real bad. So I jumped in the truck because I gotta pay the house off before I croak. I can't leave my wife with this debt. So I got in the truck, and I'm killing it out here. I'm killing it before it kills me. Dude. Welcome to America. Cowshel, Robert, Shakira. Appreciate you not swiping away so quickly. Give me a second to prove myself to you. Let you know, hey, I'm out here rolling. Hey, Kayla. I'm out here in Middle America, out here ripping through Missouri. About to get through Columbia, on my way through St. Louis, Missouri. I'm gonna get to Kentucky tonight. Hopefully I can make it to Morgantown, Kentucky before I run out of time. Kentucky. That's where I'm heading. Kentucky. But I'm just outside of Columbia, Missouri. Probably an hour after that I'll be into St. Louis. And into Illinois, then down through Indiana into Kentucky. I like Kentucky, it's real nice down there. Australia. Wow, nice. Yeah. Holidays. Your thoughts went out here. That's one thing about truckers is they can't get out of their heads, you know. Can't get out of your head. And that's a problem. All right. Columbus, Georgia. I was, for a few years of my life, I was raised out of Augusta, Georgia. So I can relate a little bit to the lifestyle out there in Columbus, but yeah, I'm a long haul driver out here. I run typically from Monday to Saturday. Try to get that one day off a week. I try to get that at home with the family. And luckily I made it home. And I left my family back in Kansas City where I live. And I'll be through St. Louis here pretty soon. On my way to Kentucky. Am I driving on the wrong side of the road? I hear that. I hear that, not like all the time, but I hear that I'm always on the wrong side of the road. And yeah, I used to work for a company where I hauled cars, and sometimes I'd haul a car where the steering was on the other side, like in Europe. And it was different. It was different, but it's possible to learn that pretty quickly. All right, Shakira. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All of us out here appreciate you. A lot of you will come in here to be mean to the truck drivers. And so when someone's in here nice, we all know it's harder to be nice than it is to be mean. So make sure we go out of our way to thank you guys for coming by and spreading kindness as opposed to letting us know our role in society is at the bottom. All I can do is just put it out there. All I can do is turn the camera on and just show what it's like out here. I mean, I'm driving, so this is what it is. This is the dash cam. But I make videos every day that are not this dash cam. And I would appreciate if you guys could subscribe and let YouTube throw those couple of my videos on your timeline every day. I use my smart glasses with cameras on them to give you a POV of what life is out here during its fun times and scary times. And Yeah, real lighthearted stuff out here, but it's fun. I have a lot of fun out here, and I appreciate everybody. Well, how it works out here is it's just like you can imagine. It's really heavily regulated, and so legally I can drive for 8 hours, and then I need to take legally a 30-minute break. But I'm only allowed to drive 11 hours, and then I have to take a 10-hour break. So it's not like I can drive for 18 hours and get tired, and I can only drive for 11. And so I mean, it's like you're only allowed to be awake for 11 hours, and then legally you have to sleep. So if you're like, well, I don't want to sleep, I'm just going to use that time off, and I'm going to just relax. But then when that clock starts again, you have to work, and you can't. It's interesting how the government gets to tell us when to be awake and when to go to sleep. But as far as getting tired, as long as you're respecting the clock and the DOT regulations, you never get tired, because you're only awake for 11 hours before you have to sleep. If that makes sense, like how could that happen? Well, I got a tablet that has the software on it for the DOT, and there's meters on there, and there's countdowns on when I have to take my break, and I appreciate that, Shakira. I do this for my wife so she don't have to. I got this job because this inflation tripled my bills. I had probably 50 credit cards that I got through COVID to help us because we weren't eligible for any help or assistance. So we just did it the old-fashioned way and went into debt, and that was fine. But then when this inflation came, the interest rates went up, and I told my wife, I said, "Listen, we're gonna drown here. I gotta go." And so we made a plan. I'm gonna disappear for 1 year, and when I come back, all of the credit cards will be gone, and we'll be making a big dent in the mortgage. Then maybe 1 more year after that, I'll get the mortgage paid off, and that will put her where she'll never have to work again. And that's my goal, is to make it to where she doesn't have to work anymore, and we can just survive off my income. And then that's where the YouTube comes in, and that's where my websites come in, because trucking ain't gonna do it alone. It's a hard decision to know you're gonna disappear when you got a wife and kids at home. It was a real hard decision. So you're telling me I'm wrong? You understand I've been driving since 1999. So you're saying I could drive 14 hours? Nobody asked me how many hours I could drive in a day. They asked me what I do with being tired. And when it comes to being tired, I'm allowed to drive for 11 hours, and I must take a 10-hour break. Now, after that 10 hours, I understand it's still the same 24-hour period, which leaves 3 more hours that I can drive. However, that's a different day. You understand? When you go to sleep 10 hours and you wake up, even if it's the same 24-hour period, it's a different day. I don't mean to offend you by explaining it differently, but I'm a trucker, and I talk different, and I explain things different. I'm sorry that wasn't articulate enough, and you had to let me know that I was wrong. Try to embarrass me in front of all my friends on the stream. It made me feel like a small man. However, maybe I have a different perspective. You understand? Like, I'm out here in the trenches, and I can't drive for 14 hours in a day, because my day ends after 11 hours. My day's done. I go 10 hours off, and a new day starts. Your day might still be going on in the real world, but out here in the DOT land, it's a new day. It's a new schedule. My clock starts over. It's a different way. That's when people ask me how many hours a day I drive. It's real hard to answer, because, yeah, it is kind of split, because I have to take 10 hours, like, in the middle of this, And so people are like, no, you can do that. I'm like, well, why'd you ask me? If I answer, it's a quick no. Like, oh, I'm sorry for answering you incorrectly, sir. I will think twice next time and maybe provide Google link to back up. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Whiskey Throttle. That sounds dangerous, man. Whiskey Throttle sounds dangerous, man. I drive for a company called F&S. It's a really, really good company, and they're very supportive of me. They're supportive of what I do with this company and for this company. And for that, I'll be with them for as long as they'll have me. Yeah, that's the thing is, like, I get asked about my driving and stuff, and there's so many different views of it that I can't answer that question in a way that's going to make everyone happy or feel satisfied. There's always going to lead to more questions. Oh, well, why? Oh, well, why? Like, yeah, I get it, man. I get it. I get it. Yeah, I appreciate you, Shakira. I appreciate you. Shout outs to you and your family. All right. Yeah. All right. That truck went it over pretty bad. He just took it. Yeah, I feel like that. Yeah, appreciate you, Aaron. So what I do is I use a text-to-speech that reads me what you guys say right into my earpiece. I can't see the screen, and the screen's too far away for you to hear me, so I use a microphone, a wireless, that I clip to my glasses, the arm of my glasses, so you can hear me, and I can hear you. So feel free to say something into there, and I'll give you a shout-out if I can. All right, Louisiana. I had some good friends out there in Louisiana, down there in Houma. Good people out there. Appreciate you checking out the stream. Oh yeah, I really appreciate it when drivers stick together. I went to one of the addresses that I have, and when I got there, I pulled over to the side, and another driver walked over to me. He's like, "You good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. What's up?" He's like, "Oh, I just want to see if you needed any help unstrapping or anything." And I'm like, "What? Nobody's ever asked me to come over and help me like that. It's usually they want me to get the hell out of their way or something like that." It was refreshing. Because just the day before, there was a new guy down in Indiana, and I saw him down there, and I went up to him and I asked him if he had enough straps. I asked him, he knows where he's going, blah blah blah. And it was weird, almost like somebody was watching, because the next day somebody came and did that to me. And if I was a new guy, I would have really appreciated that. But luckily I didn't need any help. I'm a man. I don't need no help. But yeah, that's funny. That's funny. It's funny when somebody comes and blows your mind by being really nice to you. It's like, man, nobody's nice to me, and all of a sudden, there they are. Shout out to everybody in the stream out there. Shout out to you, Derek. Shout out to you, Lewis. Shout out to you, Kenley. All right. Appreciate everybody checking out the stream. I'm past through Columbia, Missouri, heading east. Gonna hit through St. Louis here in probably about an hour, and then I'm gonna get through that into Illinois. So I'm gonna cut down towards Kentucky. See if I can get to Kentucky before I run out of time on my DOT. says I am 7 hours away from where I got to be down there in Kentucky, and I got 8 hours and 13 minutes left on my clock. So I got one more fuel stop. I should be able to make it all the way without running out of time. Well, listen, EBK, they all can't be 10s there, but I appreciate you coming and letting us know that we don't hold up. But don't worry, I'm practicing. One day I'll be good enough where you'll watch me and you'll appreciate it. Oh, it's pre-recorded? Okay, that's not fair. My stream could suck, but at least it's not pre-recorded. That's another assumption. And you know, did your daddy teach you when you assume you make a douche out of yourself? Wait, what's it called? I don't know. I didn't have a dad either. Oh, yeah, them blitzes are bad news, man. They are bad freaking news. Yeah, those DOT blitzes, they're scary because every time I make a video and I comment about how scary they are, like, just stop riding dirty. I'm like, I'm not riding dirty. They pull you over and you're in there for a freaking hour. But you're going to come out of it. I'm not afraid of coming out of it or not. Just that hour I don't want to lose. It's not about riding dirty, guys. It's not always polarized like that. Some people just, they don't have the time to sit there and wait for somebody to check all your cavities. How do you start trucking? Man, first thing you do, you find yourself a 2-story building and you just jump off right onto your head, right? And then after you recover from that, if you still want to be a trucker, oh yeah, then maybe you should do it. Yeah, they make a lot of money on those blitzes. Be careful while reading chat. I'm not reading the chat though. I got a text-to-speech, TTS. You might have the setting on your phone. It's a text-to-speech. It reads it into my ears. So, yeah. Also, I'm too far away from my phone for you to hear me. So I have a microphone that's clipped onto my glasses. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to make this happen. To make this happen, it takes a few pieces of technology that I married together. It took me a while to get them all to work together, but after a little bit of time and some fidgeting, I got it all. Yeah, I got it all worked out. Hey, Dave, doing good out here. Doing real good out here. Just 6:24 a.m. out here, almost to St. Louis. I'm making good time. I'm not going to make it to the customer's property before they close, but I'll be there for them first thing in the morning when they open. So it is what it is. I wish I could have done it, but I didn't have any time. I didn't leave my house until my 36 hours was reset, and I left right when it, like less than 5 seconds after my clock reset. So I couldn't have got there any earlier, but nonetheless, I'll be there. Oh boy, that's a true fan of trucking right there. Playing games and watching streams, hanging out. All right, I see all kinds of, I see Greyhound out here. I see all kinds of buses out here. Lots of buses. All right, the jellyfishes. Appreciate you out there. Alexander's out there, Joker and Robert. Sorry, I have a text-to-speech program that reads it into my ear. But sometimes when it comes in, it reads it like it's one person saying a bunch of things, and it takes me a second to realize what it's doing. I don't have my text-to-speech plugged into any kind of a smart anything or AI, so it's pretty raw. But nonetheless, we make it happen. We make it work. All right, Lewis. So you've been around. Yeah, I got my driver's license back or by CDL in '99. So I was there for the MapQuest. I was there for the Thomas Guide. You know, all that stuff. I was there for the stick shift. I was there for the cab overs. Yeah, America. In Laredo, huh? Laredo sounds real dangerous. Hey, Alexander. Yeah, I'm about an hour outside of St. Louis. I'm heading down to I'm heading to Kentucky, but I got to get through St. Louis alive first, because we all know how St. Louis can be at times. I don't really get tired of driving. I should, but I enjoy it. I enjoy I enjoy the fact that I can sit here and think and just do what I got to do as a man out here. I know it sounded very sexist to say that. I don't mean that only men can do this, but I have no problem driving all day long. Yeah, I just drove when I was driving out of Kansas City, not too far to Kansas City. I passed by this RV dealer, and one of them was upside down, and a couple of them were in the ditch. So there must have been a tornado ripped through there recently. I'm always on the road, so I hear the tornadoes. I don't ever know where they are. I just hear about them. I get those dings on my phone saying, "Hey, get shelter," and I'm like, "But I'm driving in a truck, man. By the time the tornado hits, I'll be 3 counties away." Oh boy. I believe it. I believe it could ruin some marriages, and it probably ruins a lot of marriages too, though. But yeah, I see it open. There's some really wimpy men out there that I feel a couple months of the big rig will toughen them up. I mean, I'm all for that. I'm all for that theory. No bueno, senorito. No, it's no good, man. Oh, the road is abusive. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. If I could be local, I would be local, but I'm not local. Welcome to the stream. Sometimes, like, I'll be home, and I'm like, you get tired, you're like, oh, I'll go to bed later. I'm just going to watch some TV. But, like, when I'm driving and I'm done, I'm like, hell yeah, I want to climb back there and sleep. I don't leave the truck running. I never idle, which usually, back in the day, I used to idle, but nowadays I don't have that. But the reefers that park next to the truck stops, it vibrates the crap out of the truck still. The Hammer Man Duke. I am driving through Missouri right now across the 70. I'm driving east. I'll be hitting St. Louis in 102 miles. And I got my bulletproof vest ready. I got my helmet on. I got my I got everything I need to keep myself safe while I'm rolling through St. Louis. Welcome, America. Welcome to America. Haha. Yeah, I get it. It's a hard one to stay focused. It is. It's a hard one. ADHD. You listen to a lot of podcasts while you're driving, I'm sure. Keep yourself focused or stuff like that. I listen to a lot of music out here. I don't swerve too much. I don't swerve too much, but I probably look pretty dumb to those cars passing me by when I'm rocking out over here. Because, we like to honk and roll out here. To some rock and roll. Honk and roll into the rock and roll. Yeah. Yeah. Them reefers. You can't get away from them. They're really... Even the ones you can't hear, because they're like special, you still feel the vibration. I remember somebody parked next to me at a truck stop, and they had a reefer, and they dropped their trailer and they left. And that reefer's running, and somehow the reefer busted, like the exhaust system just disconnected from the flange. And man, it was so freaking loud. It was so loud. And nobody came. Like, it was bad news. Yeah, I'm watching these videos coming in from other countries where these truckers are getting robbed and all this other stuff, really bad stuff. And every company in America, they have a policy saying no weapons in these trucks. Nothing, not even pepper spray, nothing. Like, man, that is just crazy talk, right? That's crazy talk. That is crazy. I mean, I've never had an incident in all my years, but we all know things are changing real quick out here. Oh yeah, welcome to Germany. It's a nice day today. It's 65 degrees out here, and it's 6:30 in the morning. So it's probably going to be a warm one today. Yeah, they got these things you can buy at the truck stop to bang the tires on to check the pressure, to hear the sound, whatever. And that's pretty much the only weapon I see out here. But I did see at the truck stop people open carrying pistols, and those are owner operators, though. I mean, there's no policies as long as you're legal to carry in that state. Yeah, I'd seen them walking through the truck stops across the fuel aisles with pistols hanging off their sides. It doesn't bother me. It just lets me like, oh, those are company drivers. They can do whatever they want. Yeah, I've got concealed carry. I've got that stuff. I don't never. Yeah. Yeah, I don't carry that stuff with me in the truck. I figure anybody want to mess with me, I'll just cry and run. Oh, shut up to be the bitch. All right, hey, I'll see you around. Hopefully, YouTube brings you back by. Yeah. I should. Maybe if I had to go into the cities more. But I literally go out in the middle of nowhere to a factory and back into a dock with security everywhere, and then load or unload and then drive. I don't ever get off the highways in these cities. So there's a really low chance of an incident. But I know these truck drivers are in those cities every day. Some of them never leave the city. And that's dangerous. Especially when those people, they get on them off ramps or on ramps where it's one lane and there's walls on the sides and they block it where you can't do nothing but stop or smash into them. And they pull out their guns and they're Yeah, all those videos are coming out. It's creepy. It's creepy, especially my wife sees those videos. She gets scared. And I'm like, no, I don't have to go through those out there. And I try to assure my wife, it's not like that for everybody. I've got my wife convinced I'm bulletproof, though. So it brings the fears down. I said, don't worry. I'm bulletproof. I had superhero surgery earlier in life, and I'm bulletproof now. So, and I got bulletproof legs, bulletproof arms. Oh, yeah, probably not so much, but welcome. Oh, yeah. I always thought, like, if those guys try to stop me to steal whatever, that I just hit the gas, and whatever's. But I'm seeing these guys with this truck ain't stopping a bullet. It's all plastic and really, really thin aluminum or something. But whatever's. You taking me out, I'm gonna keep on rolling. Yeah. I'll just throw my empty 5-hour containers at them until they leave me alone. I don't know. I've been driving since '99, and I haven't had one incident. I get pretty lucky. Company policy. So it's like if I have to pull a gun on someone and I shoot them, I'll lose my job. But I'll be alive, but I'll lose my job. The company's not responsible because of their policy against it. So it's not like the company's going to get sued too because the company encourages weapons, and here that relieves them of any liability, saying that I'm violating company policy by carrying any kind of a weapon. It's just a way to save them from getting sued. I'm pretty sure they all want us carrying, they all want us safe, but they can't admit it. They have to make sure that they protect their butts, and their shareholders and their attorneys are telling them. Dimitri, welcome. Hey, I'm heading to Kentucky right now, and I'll be rolling through St. Louis here pretty soon. St. Louis. Hell yeah. I go to Kentucky at least once a week, and I don't see any KFC anywhere down there. I don't see them. You'd think there'd be signs everywhere saying, hey, get the real stuff right here or something. If I go down there, there's no talk of this KFC. I appreciate you out there, Lewis. Appreciate you out there, Butternut, Dimitri. Appreciate everybody out there checking the stream out. Not swiping away so quickly. I don't know what town I'm in, but I guess I'm outside of Williamsburg, Missouri, on my way through St. Louis. I'll be hitting St. Louis at rush hour. Rush hour. It's almost 7 a.m. I'll be there in about an hour. So I'm anticipating some slowage, some traffic, some people cutting me off and brake checking me. But they can't hurt my feelings, because I promise you this, I'll always be going slower than them. Yeah, you know, I was going through some streams last night with my wife on there because my wife is still really confused about this. Her mind is blown that there's almost 80,000 people that subscribe to this. Her mind is freaking blown. She looks at me like I'm a stranger. When it's just she's shocked. It's like she believes in me, but doesn't mean that people will subscribe, right? And the fact that people are subscribing, she's blown away. So we were like looking through streams going, look at this. Mine's not that bad. I mean, mine's horrible. I mean, it's a dash cam. But then when we're looking at other people's streams, mine's not that bad. I mean, there's some really good streams out there, but then there's some really, really, really bad ones out there. So I let my wife know, hey, it is what it is, and I can't make it any better because I'm driving. But I just ask people, hey, listen, give me a chance to subscribe because the videos that YouTube puts on your timeline, they're better than this because I work hard on those videos. I work real hard on them. Like a lot of the times when everyone's like, how are you not bored when you're driving? Well, it's because I'm sitting here thinking about these videos that I want to record when I finally pull this dumb truck over. It's fun. I get to go outside and record videos of me doing things that I'm tricking. A lot of my videos are trolls, though, so don't think that my videos are real. I'm not really killing people. I'm not really murdering people or smugglers or any of that stuff. So, yeah, but I do appreciate everybody checking out the stream. I really do. Appreciate you, Butternut. On my furthest trip, I was gone for 6 months. What's the car for me? My favorite car? It's a 85 Monte Carlo SS with T-tops. Black on black. All right. Beep, beep. Honk, honk, yeah. All right. Daniel Jackson, welcome. All right. I was just in Tennessee the other day. As I always say to the ladies, hey, ladies, I'm the only 10 you see. Ha, ha, ha. I lied up that. Shut up. All right. 6:45 in the morning. 65 degrees. I got 6.5 hours before I get to Kentucky. And I got 7 hours and 50 minutes left on my clock. So I should make it to Kentucky before I run out of time. Right now I'm about an hour west of St. Louis, and I'm heading through St. Louis on my way to Kentucky. All right. Welcome, America. Hey, appreciate you out there, Daniel. Hey, Joshua. Welcome. What's up? We're just driving. You know, just hanging out here, holding on to a steering wheel, trying not to die. Yeah, you know. Safety first. My goal is to get through St. Louis before I got to get gas because that place is not nice. St. Louis is not nice. All right, all right, all right. It's rough, man. You're in the roughest part right now. Just so you know, it's all downhill from there. Once you survive that first part, you are golden. But just know that every single day is better than the next or the last when you have that permit. Nothing's scarier, nothing's harder than what you're going through right now. And you got this. I promise you, you got this. You do too, Daniel. You got this too. You got it too. Click it or take it. One thing I don't like about those click it or take it is when I see the Amber Alerts out here and they got some threat. You don't buckle up, we're gonna put your ass in jail. Like, that is not an Amber Alert. You're using Amber Alerts to scare us out here. Those are supposed to tell us when somebody's missing, not when I'm violating your laws. That's kind of rude. I don't like that. Just leave me alone. What do you mean, fa fa fa? That part's confusing me. Because up until you said that, I thought we were on the same page, but so I go to half a tank is 4 hours of driving, and then after that I probably got 2.5 hours of driving till I'm dangerously low. The last half goes real quick. The first half it's good, but that last half that goes real quick. I don't like that. I think the Amber Alert, I think they got that funding for a very, very specific purpose used by a very specific department of law enforcement. And it seems like to me that there's some lady in some office somewhere that's Googling or Pinteresting cute quotes to threaten drivers and thinking that it's real cute and everyone's like clapping and cheering at their messages. When really, this is supposed to be for something else, lady. I mean, I knew you're trying to save your job by making people laugh and clap, but this ain't a laughing matter. Stop threatening me on these signs. I know click it or take it. I don't need to see it every 4 miles. All right. Tired. You made it to the end. Now you have to enjoy the ride. You made it to the end of the race. It's better than what I've been hearing lately is people are saying, yeah, my dad drove trucks, but he passed away, or my brother drove and he passed away. I'm like, oh, I'm next. Yeah, I appreciate that there, Firehawk. Just trying to get home to my family. Just trying to make it home to my family. I mean, the odds are good. Truckers aren't dying that often out here. But nonetheless, not every job out there you got to worry about dying, but this is one of them. It's far from a scary job. But there's a lot of people out there that know people that didn't come back. All right. Welcome. Driving through Missouri right now on the 70 heading towards St. Louis. Heading through St. Louis on my way to Kentucky. Kentucky or bust. I stopped driving for a while to raise my kids. And I missed it. All right, 60 going strong. Oh, I think when I'm 60, my kids will be out. And if I'm still driving, oh, my wife's coming with me. Oh, my wife loves coming with me, but she can't right now because I don't make quite enough money for her to quit her job. And plus, my kids are still they're still young. I got a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old. But in 10 years, they're going to be out, or at least old enough to where my wife's coming with me. And we're going to hit the coast to coast. We're going to have a good time out here. Oh, yeah. Welcome to America. Welcome to Missouri. I drive a 2023 Freightliner Cascadia with a big fat sleeper on it, pulling a 53-foot drive-in. I am a drive-in puller, aka steering wheel holder, aka sidewalk sissy. I've been called lots of what I didn't know was derogatory, but over time I've learned they were trying to be mean to me. But it didn't hurt me because I know what I am. I know what I do for a living. Yeah, I've worked in offices. I've done it. This is definitely different. This is definitely more of an adventure than an office job. I've worked in a mailroom before for a travel agency, where it was an adventure and it was a travel agency, but this is truly an adventure out here. No 2 days are the same. No 2 runs are the same. I could drive to the same place every day and it's different every single time. Welcome. Oh, Russia, welcome. Oh yeah, we like to drive out here in America. I think one thing about America is guns and driving. I needed guns and hot dogs and cheeseburgers usually, but that's just what we like to do. Driving is a way of life in America. That's why we don't do that public transportation crap out here. Some cities have subways, but America, we got roads. We got roads. 61 years. I know the statistics that say every so many years, statistically, you're going to be in some sort of an accident. I don't remember what that was, but I remember there was that. And that's the kind of stuff I think about. It's like, okay, it's coming. Every day I don't get an accident is a day closer to getting one. And am I ready? I'm always ready. Let's do this. Yeah. Welcome. All right. Oh man, that guy, Al Mack, he is a genius. I like it when somebody smart comes into the stream and they tell you what you're doing and how you're doing it wrong. Or like, oh God, dude, you are smarter than, you're too smart for your own good, aren't you there? Oh, you know, it doesn't age well, and I'm pretty sure you're not invited to any parties. This is all fake. I'm fake. I'm fake. My voice is fake. I really sound like this. Or something like that. Ah, Lucas. Appreciate you coming by, Lucas. I do. Okay, Al Mack, let me give you a little hint on how things work in here. According to the algorithm, the data tells me that the average viewer is 23 seconds. So when I say welcome to America, and it sounds excessive, it's because there's technically a new batch of people in here every 23 seconds. So when I honk the horn and say welcome, I'm actually welcoming a new batch of people in here. However, there will be some people in here much longer than that, and I apologize to them because it does get repetitive. Nonetheless, it does not take away from the fact that I am real, and I'm live, and I'm in your face. I'm in your face. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to America. Welcome, Al Mack. We appreciate you. I have called people that before, but very rarely do I say derogatory words, because I know people are purely confused when they come in here. They're thinking I've got the phone in my face, I'm recording, I'm reading, and all this other stuff I get. They don't understand the technology behind it. But then sometimes people come in here to be mean, and then that's when I'll be mean to them a little bit. Yeah, appreciate you, Dimitri. Appreciate you being nice out there, not coming in and attacking me like some people do. Yeah, Robert. I'll be in Kentucky soon. Well, 6 hours and 18 minutes away from it's called Morgantown, Kentucky. 6 hours and 18 minutes. I got 7 hours and 37 minutes on my clock, so. All right, Mac, I appreciate you. Appreciate you giving it a shot, though, because you could have swiped away. You could have swiped away a long time ago. And for that, I appreciate it. Every second I can get from you guys, because we know out here how many good channels are out there. And you could be watching anything besides me. And I am old enough to appreciate that. I'm an old man. I appreciate it. I know Mr. Beast out there cranking the content makes it really hard to swipe on somebody like me and not swipe away. But I do what I do out here. I do. My thoughts are this. Everyone that's in here right now is watching me. And you might be watching me for 2 seconds or 10 seconds, but now I'm on your watch history, right? And YouTube should benefit you by maybe throwing a couple of my videos on your timeline rather than my stream, just to give you a chance, because now I'm on your watch history. And that's all I can ask for. You know, and I'm hoping that because I'm on your watch history, because of this stream, that YouTube will reward both of us by tossing a video of mine on there and seeing if you like me that way too, because streams are cool, they're all cool and all, but there are only so much I can do on driving. My videos are different though. I can do Hey, Dimitri, no, I'm a company driver through and through, man. I drive a company truck. I drive a 2023 Freightliner, Cascadia. It's not my truck. I drive a company truck. Before this truck, I had a 2022 Kenworth T680. They always keep me in a new truck. They always keep it saying, my fuel card always works, and I'm always rolling. So I got no complaints out here. I'm told all the time I could be making more money as an owner-operator. I get told all the time that I'm a lot of poor life choices. And I say, you know what? Hey, what'd you expect? I'm a trucker. That's what put me in this, you know? I'm not notorious for making smart decisions. I make up for it with my YouTube channel. Woo-hoo, I'm out there putting it for everyone. Appreciate you subbing, Anthony. I do. I appreciate it. All right. Right now I'm hauling the leftovers. I haul like raw material, like raw aluminum from a factory. And then when they're during that process of making containers, there's a lot of waste. So what I do is I take that waste to a recycling center. And that's where I'm heading now. I've got a truckload of waste, like scrap aluminum, and I'm taking it down to Kentucky to get recycled. And then I take that recycled aluminum in the form of coils. I take that down to a factory that uses the coils. So it's like a cycle. I tell you the whole life cycle for this material. I pick it up when it's in its raw form, and I take it to the smelting. They can turn it into these big blocks. Then I take the blocks over to a company that rolls it out to these big old long rolls, and then I take that to a company that stamps out these containers, and I take the scrap back to the start process. And that start process it's in Kentucky. I go from Kentucky to Indiana to Iowa, then back to Kentucky to Indiana to Iowa. Sometimes I go to Dubuque. Sometimes I got to go to Wisconsin. But it's always in the Midwest. And it's always aluminum. I got no complaints. It's not boring. I'm not complaining or anything about it, but it's always aluminum. And I'm always hauling it. All right. All right, welcome everybody. This is what Missouri looks like. This is Middle America. So I'm regional. I stick out here in I'm out here in Middle America. I'm here in Middle America all the time. I didn't go through. Sorry, the Texas speech was screwed up on me. I didn't do a school. I got a job at a company that didn't require a CDL. I just worked with people that had CDLs, and it was a good job. But they offered me like, "Hey, you want to get your CDL? We'll train you here, and then you could have this job too." And I drove with them for a while. Then I got my permit, and then drove with them for a while, and then when I got my license. But I didn't actually take a school for it though. I got lucky though, because I probably wouldn't have worked out. My brother had his CDL, and my brother was a manager of this company, and I got a job there. And next thing you know, I'm trying to get my CDL too. But this was back in '99 when I got my CDL. So into Missouri, the gene pool. I'm coming from I come from Los Angeles, Southern California, and I moved to Middle America to get away from crazy people. So I don't have any. My neighbors are real far away, so I really don't get to talk to them much to see if they're crazy or not. So you did the opposite. You went from Missouri to California. I went from California to Missouri. So we canceled each other out. No, nice. Oh boy, there's some debris in the road. Let me get over quickly. Oh boy, somebody had a big old blowout out here. That stuff will rip my guts up front of this truck. Born in a cot, huh? That sounds very uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm gone about a week at a time. I'm gone for about a week at a time. I leave on a Monday and I come back on a Saturday. This morning I left at 2 a.m. Monday morning. And I'll be back Saturday afternoon, hopefully, before dark. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you coming by. What do you mean, is it not enough? I mean, time or money or something? What are my thoughts on those rumors? Man, I believe it. I believe that all of them are like that. I think they're all heathens. they're all going to hell. yeah, I gotta go through St. Louis once or twice a week. And I no lackey at all. Sometimes the GPS will take me through a different route around St. Louis, and that's nice. But it's not every time that I get to do that. It's only when the traffic's really, really bad. But St. Louis is a very, very bad place. So I don't have a refrigerator. I got this like fabric little cooler thing that I plug in, and it keeps saying it's cold. But yeah, I don't have a refrigerator like that. No, I don't participate in that, Lucas. But there's people out there, I'm sure, that do. It's probably underground, not visible. It probably happens in the back of the truck stops and in motel rooms adjacent to the truck stops. But for the most part, I park up in the reserved most of the time. And when I do take my break at the truck stops, because of the schedule that I'm on, I'm usually there like 2 p.m., which is well before the lizards and the gays come out. I'm pretty safe there. I usually park when it's real empty at the truck stops. And then I'm out of there before things pop off. It's against the law to be eating while you're driving, and most companies have policies against it. You're like, well, how do they enforce it? Well, they got cameras on you, right? And they might not be watching the cameras because it takes lots of resources, but the software in the truck notifies them if I were to veer out of the lane, even for a split second. And what happens if it happens too often, it notifies them. And in the notification is a clip from a video showing them so they can see what's causing you to drift in and out of your lanes, and they'll see you're on your phone or you're eating or anything. And then they come after you. So you're not allowed to vape, you're not allowed to smoke. They say if you want to smoke a cigarette, pull over and take your break just like any other business, like any other job. So all that stuff is illegal, even though people do it. Yes, people have some crazy questions, and I totally understand their trolling. Completely understand their trolling. However, each troll feeds the algorithms just as a legit question does. So if I could keep him asking illegitimate questions, YouTube doesn't know it. They think that they're just talking normal, and it makes makes YouTube share the video out to even more people. Gator. Yeah, weird, unwelcomed advances in the chat. Unwelcomed. He's a superhero. There's all kinds of heroes, man. But being a superhero, that's a completely different type of hero. A superhero, that's a lot of responsibility. I like the good old-fashioned American family heroes where you're really only a hero to the people in your immediate family. It's easier, it's less pressure. You know, I've only got to make my family feel like I'm a hero. It's a little easier to achieve. It's obtainable. But this superhero stuff, man, that's a hard one, and I applaud you for the effort. Oh yeah, I'm starting to get into the St. Louis traffic, the suburbs. This is where they get real aggressive because they got to drive from way over here in the suburbs all the way down to downtown. They're really upset about that. Yeah. I didn't have a dad growing up, so I had zero male figures in my life, and I was only raised to think that like people on TV were heroes because you didn't see any men in my life. They're all losers and druggies. And so now that I'm older and I've got kids, I'm like, well, my kids say I'm a hero. It means a lot more than it means a lot. I mean, it's not like the biggest, most amazing achievement in the world. I get it, but when you come from a background where there's no heroes in this world, and all of a sudden now I'm a hero to somebody, it means a lot. That's why I'm very specific in my title to say family hero. I'm a family hero. I'm an American. That means I'm nationalist, I guess. It's probably derogatory to some people that think that's offensive to like America, but that's what it is. I drive an automatic. Yeah. I drive an automatic, 12-speed automatic. I'm not proud of it, but it's not my truck. It's not like I went out and bought the truck and I chose it. I don't have a choice out here. I was raised driving a stick, and I was comfortable on a stick. But every company's got their preferences. The last company I worked for, they were all sticks. This company, it's all automatics. It makes me a little bit lazy. I feel like I drive a giant golf cart because with an automatic, you just floor it everywhere you go. You know, there's no shifting, so you're just flooring it everywhere you go. And especially with the governor, it won't let me go too fast unless I'm going downhill. I don't know. People get away with speeding. I don't know how big rig operators do it, but like if you're speeding, your logbook's going to show that you were speeding because you made it between this point and this point, like faster than you should have legally. But everybody gets away with it. It's even people in this company with software monitoring their stuff, they still speed. The company doesn't bust you for speeding unless you get a ticket. But I don't speed, which in my software shows me that I don't speed. It shows the company I don't speed, and every year I get a safety bonus for that. But some people would rather they'd rather shave the time off the clock every day than get a bonus. I'd rather get the bonus. That goes right into my family's, all right into my bills. Oh yeah. I joke around on my streams. I tell people, listen, you want to drive through St. Louis, you have to go below the speed limit, because if you think you can go the speed limit, you're going to offend somebody because they're going to think you're trying to race them and they're going to shoot you. I said, you go faster than the speed limit, people have pride and they're going to think you're racing them. They're going to shoot you. So just be safe, go below the speed limit, don't intimidate, and don't make eye contact. It's just shut up and drive, get you through the city, and then you can worry about speeding again. Lots of orange cars, huh? I'm not even paying attention. I believe it though.